Okay. Hi. Welcome back to Two Chicks in a Pod. Episode whatever number it may be.
21?
Ooh, well, I don't know because, like it's going to be like, who knows? Who knows what number it's going to be?
Who knows?
Oh, I didn't turn on the light. Oh. Do we need it? Let's just do natural light.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's just talk about being natural human beings then while we're at it.
Yeah. Do we want to talk about where we just were at all?
Oh, yeah. So, yeah, we went to the Spiro's Night Market. That's kind of a neat little thing they have going on this summer. I think they have a couple more that they're going to do this year yet.
Oh, really?
I thought I'd seen something like that.
Yeah. That girl that we ran into said, yeah, I didn't come to it last year. And I was like, what do you mean last year? They just had one like last month. So yeah. I didn't, they're like doing it a lot this year, which is awesome.
Yeah, I think it's really gaining some traction, and I think it's a great thing, and it's a great way also to promote your business. Like anything I feel like that brings people to your business is great advertisement in itself. Mm-hmm. And obviously it's doing really well, and there's lots of people in the restaurant. There was lots of people walking around.
Yeah.
So
I like meeting people that own the businesses because,
then you know who you're supporting.
Nice. Yeah, exactly. Like, because you know if they're nice or whatever. And I ran into someone I hadn't seen in 15 years. They had a booth there, and so that was crazy. But yeah, it's funny that he recognized me, and I recognized him, and I knew his wife's name right away. And like they were such a cute like Christian couple. It really stuck in my mind because he wore a purity ring at work, and everybody made fun of him. But I know, and I thought it was super sweet. Like, you're not married yet, but you wear that ring because purity. Like it's just Anyway.
Because being a good human being.
Yeah, exactly. Being a good human being is good. Mm-hmm. So, what are we going to get into today?
We can talk about natural things.
Yeah. Yeah, like natural bodies, natural faces. That kind of stuff?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So, I don't know if anybody's noticed or not, but I really feel like we left the era of like skinny pop stars, skinny models kind of thing. But the problem is like, we needed to get away from that, that unattainable standard. But I truly feel as though we've replaced it with plastic surgery, BOTOX, body modifications, and that's not healthy either, because it just means truly you aren't happy with yourself. I don't think, you can do enhancements, but like a lot of these things that people are doing to themselves, it's like, man, like, if you moved your body, if you ate right, if you did all the things that take work, you could get a lot of these results. But that's the thing nowadays is everybody wants a quick fix and nobody wants to put in the work anymore. And that even goes into like relationships too. Nobody wants to put in the actual hard work that it takes to keep a relationship going and thriving. And, people would rather just call it quits. We're just in a very throwaway society now, and a very I'll just buy it society. And what's that doing? Like, we just keep going more and more in debt for things that we could be doing that take minimal amounts of money.
Exactly. And like it costs nothing really to be fit, truly. Like, move
truly.
Your body, right? And it's a culture of laziness, and I want it, I got it, I'll buy it. Maybe it's Ariana Grande's fault. I want it, I got it. Like, and especially because you see, you hear these pop stars talk about, I want it, I'll get it. Well, they have millions of dollars. They're like,
and what do you think that is? Like, it's subliminal messaging, like, I want it, I got it. What is it? I want it.
I don't even know. I want it. I got it. I want it. I got it. Like, I thought that was just how it goes.
And I mean, like, and too, like, with that, like, with the messages that they're portraying, like, of course that's what people want. They want you to spend their money with them.
They want you to be broke and sad and feeling like you're not measuring up to what they are on TV. Absolutely.
That's easier to suck y'all in and spend all of y'all money.
Like, this is like, and maybe this is considered a conspiracy theory, but I truly believe that the music industry influences people to do what the music industry wants. You know what I mean? Like,
100%.
Like, the men look up to men who, spend money, pop bottles, and call women whores. And then the women get to look up to, you know, I want it, I got it. You know.
Well, even now though, like, music's like changed because it's woman empowerment. You know,
I was
like,
just gonna,
I'm gonna get that pipe and.
Yeah, and make him buy everything for me. Like, I really hate that culture of, like, women, like, you know, he should get everything for me and whatever. Like, I really believe in, like, equal roles in relationships, like, to a point. Obviously, there's obviously a man and a woman's role, but I don't believe it's a man's role at all to spoil, like, women the way that they think they should be spoiled.
No, it should be equal, give and take. In my opinion, like, it shouldn't be like a man should have to pay for everything and a man should spoil you and a man should buy you whatever you want. No, like, it doesn't work that way, and it's not feasible either.
And, like, why do you want to break a man? Like, I don't know. It seems like women just want to break men down and you know, use them essentially, like they're throwaway. Like, we talk about empowering ourselves and each other, and yet the way that I hear a lot of women talk about men is, oh, my husband will pay for it, or my husband or whatever. And it's like, I don't know. We're getting off track. I'm going in the wrong direction. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. It's all relevant in the end. Like, it's all relevant to the kind of the message that we're trying to portray and get across. And it's not that, like, we, you know, like, people are like, oh, well, you know, if you're mad with what other people are doing, it's a trigger and it's a wound that you need to heal in yourself. But I don't think there's any, like, it's not like, I don't want those things anymore. Like, I don't want those superficial things that, like, in the end, what's that gonna bring to my life? Like, yeah, it might give me, like, temporary confidence, but it's something that you know, it's not lasting.
It's superficial.
Yeah, it's superficial, and you don't really get long-term results with it either.
And just to go back to the off track of husbands buying stuff for you, like, a lot of women are stay-at-home moms who are like, I need BOTOX, I need my nails done, I need my hair done, and the man is supposed to just expected to just pay for all that. But it's like, I don't know. I don't know. That's hard for me when a man is working so hard at his job and then
to buy all these superficial things that bring nothing to your life.
Like, that's just for you to what? Feel better on Instagram? Like,
yeah, like, why don't we take that money and actually invest it into our health and into our own health and things that are going to benefit our lives and the lives of our children too. Like, that's another thing too. It's like, what?
Like, there's nothing worse than seeing a woman complain about, like, the price of healthy food, but yet she's 100% willing to spend hundreds of dollars on her appearance.
Yeah, like, I mean, isn't that an eye-opener?
Like, truly, I want women to, like, just tally in your head how much money you've spent on your appearance in the last 6 months. Like, I don't know what my number is. I think I got my hair cut once. I guess I bought some stuff, but, like, I don't know, when it comes to those big things like the BOTOX and the lipo and the boob jobs and the lash extensions and the, you know, like.
Yeah, I mean, lash extensions aren't cheap either. And, like, I was getting them done by my sister. And even then it was still expensive. And I mean, when I say that, like, I don't expect her. That's the thing too. Like, I don't expect family to give things away for free or discount them majorly. But I mean, she was, I think, just charging me, like, her intro rates. So when she first started, and didn't start charging me, like, the full rates when she got busy and got clients and stuff. But I mean, even in that self, like, that was expensive in itself.
With a discount. Yeah.
Yeah. So all those like little things, like they add up, and lashes, I think, you know, are close to $100 a fill. Depending on where you go. Like some of them are more than $100 for a fill, depending on what style of lashes you get. And I mean, like some people just go so crazy with them too. Like I don't mind like a nice like natural extension. But man, some of them, they look like they got caterpillars growing on their eyes.
And that's the thing. Like
and it weighs their eyes down.
Yeah, I don't want to talk shit about the way people look, but you're trying to look prettier, but you look way older and more tired. Like, yeah. Whenever I see a girl with lots of lashes, she just looks high to me. You know what I mean? Like,
well, yeah, because they're squinting to see, and it's not like trashing their appearance, but it's just also, it takes away. And that's all you can see is these big lashes fluttering in your face. I mean, I don't know. I guess I want to get back down to like the basics of things, you know, like real connections and talking about real things. And I just, everything in life just is getting more and more superficial and more disconnected, and more division is happening. And I mean, I guess like I don't know. It's one of those things like, some people think of it as self-love when they do these things because it makes them feel good. When you feel good, you do better and this and that. But again, like I just feel like all these things are so temporary and they're just Band-Aid fixes. You're not getting to the root of your real issues or your real problems. It's like you just, oh, well, this makes me feel better for the time being, so I'm going to do lashes and it's going to make me feel better. But again, like if you're not truly happy with yourself, like... you're always going to be longing for these things.
Yeah. And that's what I think people don't realize, is that it is a Band-Aid fix. Like you think that you love yourself when in fact you are finding reasons to change yourself. Like those two things aren't synonymous with each other in my mind. Like,
and none of these things benefit your health either, like your actual core health.
They're actually bad for your health. Like, can we talk about what we've discovered, the truth about Botox?
Yeah, like the Botox will actually deteriorate your muscles in your face. So in the long game, you're going to look older. Your skin is going to lose its elasticity. There's not going to be anything underneath, and it's going to age you a lot more. And like, and it's true. Like, man, there's some girls that I haven't seen in a long time, and you can tell they've had a lot of work done and they look 10 years older than what they should.
Yeah, like
it's crazy.
Girls my age look 45. Like, and you know, when I see that, and so this is why sometimes I find myself like commenting on these things and trying to interact with these people, because when I see a girl constantly altering her appearance with injections and stuff like that, I see suffering. I truly do, because you know that she's trying to fix something that is unfixable, which is her self-confidence and her true self-worth.
Well, it's fixable, but you're trying to get that validation from something else. And you should never seek validation from other people too. Like, you should be confident in yourself enough that you don't need that.
Exactly.
And that attention.
And so, yeah, it just makes me sad to think that people are feeling that and they think that these injections and stuff will help. Because again, so I've discovered that by following a page called NeverTox, at NeverTox, NeverTox, they talk about like all the dangers of Botox. And the most common thing that I see is anxiety and depression disorders and panic attacks and agoraphobia developing from the
chemicals.
Yeah, from the toxic poison. And so these girls are like, oh, I'll feel better about myself when I get my bigger lips. Well, all of a sudden, now you have an anxiety disorder. Like, was that worth? Was bigger lips, is your appearance more important than your health? Period. That's like the question I have. Ask yourself that.
It'd be super interesting too to like see, or to look into some more studies too, and just see like, well, you're putting something foreign in your body, and it's not, I don't know, like saline or anything like that. Like, there's actual like chemicals in this stuff that you're putting in your body. Toxins, yeah. And yeah, I don't know. People talk about self-love and self-improvement and this and that, but like it shouldn't be superficial things when you're talking about self-improvement. Like self-improvement should be healthier lifestyles. It should be eating healthier, trying to eliminate processed foods, moving our bodies more, and drinking water.
And emotional development, like developing your mental fortitude and your emotional intelligence. Like those things are definitely things that you can fix and work on, you know, but like, you shouldn't be working on, anyway.
On the external things all the time. Like, let's take a look at the internal. And, you know, like, and a really good thing to do is go to counseling. Even if you think you are a super happy person, go to counseling. Like, the tools that they give you will last you a lifetime. It'll help you, and it'll help you in your day-to-day lives. It'll help you in your relationships, just because it just gives you that much more mental maturity, and gives you more of an understanding on how other people's brains work too, which then allows you to have more grace and patience. So it's great. And you know, we all need to take a little bit more responsibility for our health, especially with all this COVID stuff coming out. Like, honestly, the biggest thing that I take from that is that people are extremely unhealthy. And it shows. It really showed. So...
yeah, like if you look at, all the comorbidities with all the deaths, it just shows that there were a lot of really unhealthy people who probably would not, and I mean, this is all just speculation, but those people might not have lost their lives had they been living healthier lifestyles. And granted, there's a lot of these posts we know about, oh, this person was so fit, but just because you look and feel healthy doesn't always necessarily mean you're going to be super, super healthy, because anything could pop up if you put something foreign in your body, or if you get a foreign disease that you've never had before. So,
well, and really, like, apart from this virus and any other virus, like, I mean, you can get any kind of common cold, any kind of influenza, and it can escalate if you're not healthy. You can get pneumonias, bronchitis, and you can have long-term effects from that as well. And people don't talk about that because, I mean...
Well, and that's the thing. They've never really talked about it in the past. Like, we're talking about, you know, COVID brought us to talk about colds and stuff as if they're the end of the world. Well, we've been having colds and flus our whole lives and surviving. And sometimes, you know, somebody will get a flu and it'll escalate to pneumonia and it'll escalate to death. And that's super shitty. But it happens. If you look at the Canadian statistics on deaths in the last, 20 years, you'll see that. Like, the data is there and people are acting like it's not, which is really, how do we ever learn if we're not willing to, like, look at the past? Like, you learn from history.
You really only learn, though, if you deprogram yourself. Yeah. And that's the thing, too. And, like, that's what, like, you have to have grace for other people and realize that it comes from fear, because that's all they've ever known to follow and do their research from. And I mean, when you dig past that mainstream media, I mean, it opens up a whole can of worms. And I mean, a lot of people just don't want to deal with that because they are just boxed in this little reality that they have, and God forbid that they've been lied to their whole lives. And manipulated and programmed, and it's a hard pill to swallow.
Yeah, you really got to be humble to find the truth, and you really got to, like, kind of understand that, like, everything you've ever known is a little bit different in reality. It's not for everyone. It's definitely not a path for everyone, but just start your journey, man. I'm telling you, start your journey, start waking up. You'll thank your future self will thank you, because I am much happier and, like, more peaceful in my heart, you know, with the understanding I've gained from looking into these things. So thanks for listening. And just honestly, again, we're going to say love yourself and mean it. Understand what that means. Bye. Oh, okay.